Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ven bringing you another amazing, fantastic LEGO review, and today we're taking a look at set number 76956, T-Rex Breakout, boasting about 1,212 pieces, 4 minifigures, and 1 brand new buildable dino figure. Priced at $99.99 and set for release on April 17th, 2022. I almost forgot what date. Thank you again, LEGO, for sending us this set early, as well as the other Jurassic World sets. Immediately, I can tell you guys this is a very different set from the other Jurassic World sets that we've reviewed so far. This is a collector, adult-focused set, so don't expect as many play features to come out of it necessarily. This is meant to commemorate the original Jurassic Park film. So it is a lot more intricate, a lot more complicated, and so much more detailed, but there's so many great things about it, and honestly, I was the most excited for this set than any of the others. Let's move on. Let's get to the nitty-gritty details, starting with the build.
Psych, we're gonna actually look at the box first. So, take a look at this box. We got a cool logo on the side, T-Rex Breakout. We got some minifigures, of course. Gotta have a little size chart on the side, a size chart on the back, a shot from the Jurassic Park movie, and a recreation of said shot, and another view of the set in its entirety. I really like this box and I could stare at it all day, but that's not what you're here for. And I understand that and I respect that, so let's go ahead and start building. For real this time. The set comes with a really nice big booklet, and oh boy, a sheet of stickers. Fun. The first 2 bags of the set take care of one of the Jeeps, and I thought this build was pretty cool. It's a solid vehicle build, but not only that, there's even fun little details that you can watch come together as you go through the building process. Details that specifically pay homage to the movie. I only have one complaint about this build, and it's that it already uses so many stickers, meaning there's more anxiety going into the first 2 bags than I really care for. Once the Jeep is done, we're moving on to the next 3 bags, which take care of the T-Rex build. And this I don't really have any complaints about. I thought this was a fun little build that came together fairly quickly, but still, it was fun, there were no stickers, and the girlfriend got to enjoy it too. Not too long after I got tagged back in to work on Rexy, we got started on easily the most complex portion of this entire set, which was the diorama. Now, I would say this was also the most challenging part of the build, since it involves all these different panel pieces and details, some sticker placements, and finally, the other Jeep, which actually turned out to be a half Jeep, and really it's more a part of the diorama than it is its own vehicle. A little bit disappointed in that, but nonetheless. And once we get past that last hurdle, the set is complete. So, what do we think overall? Let's dive deep into it.
So, in all honesty, putting this set together was actually a lot of fun. I found so many details that I grew to appreciate as the build went along. Putting together the very first LEGO Jurassic Park Jeep was so satisfying. I've been waiting to be able to do that for a very long time, and I'm just happy to finally have it here in my possession. And the dinosaur, putting that together was also pretty fun. I've always enjoyed buildable figures coming out of LEGO. Those are probably some of my most favorite builds, really, is when it's coming out as an action figure. I mean, that should come as no surprise. I was a huge Bionicle fan, I still am, so that's kind of where that sort of preference is rooted in, I suppose. The only part about building this set that I did not enjoy was all of the stickers. There's so much sticker placement in this set, and I understand why. Of course, I always think printing would be better, but building the set itself was a very fun experience, especially since I got another person to kind of help me out, and we did a little bit of tag teaming here, so that was a lot of fun. So with that all said, let's dive a little deeper into the details of this set. Let's take a close look at the minifigures and a closer look at the Jeep and the dinosaur figure as well.
From left to right, we have Tim, Dr. Alan Grant, Dr. Ian Malcolm, and Lex. Each of them featuring highly detailed torso printing, as well as dual-sided faces, except for Dr. Alan Grant. While this isn't the first time we've gotten these characters in a set, this is definitely the first and probably the only time we'll have them with this much weathering, like the mud on Tim and Lex, and the wet details on Dr. Grant and Dr. Malcolm. I think collectors, such as myself, would be very satisfied with the exclusivity of these figures, and overall I just think they're very well designed.
So as I mentioned towards the beginning of this review, it is definitely very satisfying to finally have this Jeep design in Lego form. I think, yeah, it could be a little bit better, but nonetheless, I am happy to finally see it and build it and have it in my hands. This is probably my favorite part of this set, if I'm being honest. I just really love this Jeep design. That's something that I've always associated with Jurassic Park, almost as closely as I do the dinosaurs, is this Jeep. I always think of this for some reason.
I do have some conflicting thoughts on the sticker placement here, because I think I would have preferred if the stripes were integrated into the build, or at least printed on the piece rather than being printed on a sticker. Reason why is because on a sticker, it causes more misalignment. But regardless, I love how many movie references they crammed into just this Jeep alone, what with the water cups at the front, the map of Isla Nublar, and the flashlight in the back. And essentially, as a toy car, this is very well put together. It's so well put together, in fact, that I actually had to put it side by side with this custom build I made a while back, just to compare, I guess, what could have been. Now, my build definitely isn't as clean or well put together as the official. I mean, mine doesn't even have a proper roof, but I prefer my method of incorporating the stripes into the design by using bricks instead of decals, and I think I prefer the width of my build as well. It feels like the official Jeep is just a bit too skinny. Granted, when you put it side by side with another official Lego vehicle, it looks fine, and it actually looks pretty consistent. So I could definitely see why they did it this way. I also can understand it may be due to the cost of the parts, and that's definitely got to be why they use stickers for the stripes instead of the small tile pieces like I did. And I mean, looking at the bigger picture, it looks excellent when you set it up on the diorama. Speaking of which, this diorama is okay. It definitely looks better with things on it. Obviously, it wasn't intended to look bare, but with it like this, we're able to appreciate some of the small details, like this chain on the back of the diorama, which is a reference to the goat that gets eaten in the movie. There's also other details like the alarms and dino footprints in the ground. Very cool. Really like this detail especially. Then there's other fun little stickers like the no feeding flash yelling sign, and the way that the flat Jeep is integrated into the set looks pretty cool. Honestly, and I guess obviously, the set looks its best when you have everything on it as it's supposed to be. And it's definitely a delight to see this scene fully recreated in Lego form. Now, the next thing we really need to talk about is Rexy, because I have a lot to say about Rexy.
Then you have the queen herself, good old Rexy, who you can pose on top of the Jeep as you saw earlier. You know, she's a whole action figure and she's very sturdy. Now, the only thing I would have liked better about this figure is if there was just better articulation for the neck. I don't like how she can only look up and down.
I think the easy solution to this would have been to incorporate a ball joint. The articulated jaw is nice, but not when you're so limited here in the neck.
They have it on the arms. Why not put it there?
If I'm being honest, that's not my only complaint with the figure. Upon playing around with it, I found that the toes pop off way too easily, and that can get really annoying. Again, I really do especially like the articulation in the jaw. Of course, how could you make a T-Rex without it? I feel like that's a given. But I really like how she looks with the mouth open. And the posability of this figure overall is very dynamic, at least a lot more than I was expecting. While the tail itself is a little bit limited, really most of the fun options come from articulating the legs.
But the main thing I did want to say about this buildable T-Rex is that she looks a lot better than I originally thought she would. Going off of the box and even some pictures online, I wasn't sure how to feel about this design, but now that I have it in my hands, you know, that coloration of my opinion has definitely faded away, and I think of it more positively now because I can see it and hold it and play with it.
Here I have her side by side with the Creator set T-Rex that's been out for a while. You've probably seen it at your local Target every so often. Obviously, I think between the two of them, I do prefer the new Rexy, and while we're making comparisons to other buildable T-Rexes, why not bring out the OG buildable Rexy from the good old T-Rex Rampage set that I reviewed a while back. The differences between the two is honestly hilarious. I guess to be fair, I did modify mine, that's why her face looks different, but I wanted to put them side by side anyway. Don't speak to me or my son ever again.
Now, some of you, like myself, may have been wondering what would this set be like if they just used one of the usual Jurassic World, Jurassic Park dino figures like this T-Rex here. And honestly, I mean, she doesn't look bad here. Of course, the posing with this figure just isn't as dynamic as with the buildable figures, so I can definitely see why they went the route that they did. But it is satisfying to see that it still works within the scale. These two figures are not that far apart in terms of the size and proportions. The tail's a little longer here, but you know, you get the point.
I thought it'd be fun to have a little Rexy lineup going on, and you know I had to pull out the OG T-Rex figure from the classic Lego Dinosaurs line, followed by the original T-Rex figure, made famous in the Lego Studio sets, and we also had to make room for one more. That's right, the one, the only Lego Spinosaurus. Lego, please make a new Spinosaurus figure. I'm begging you, please. This thing is just the T-Rex with a spine. We have not had a proper Spinosaurus since, like, ever. Come on. Anyway, here's the Spinosaurus with the other T-Rexes. And honestly, it was just a lot of fun putting them all next to each other. Look at that, Jurassic Park represent. Alright, that's enough nonsense. Let's start wrapping things up with our final thoughts.
Overall, I am very happy with this set. This is a set I've waited for Lego to make for a very long time. You know, finally getting the Jurassic Park Jeep, finally getting a recreation of this whole scene, probably the most iconic scene in the original Jurassic Park. I think if you're an adult collector like I am, especially if you're a Jurassic Park fan, you will love this set. I think this is very much worth that $99 price point. I was already planning to buy this set before Lego decided, hey, you want it? Here, make a review. So imagine my excitement when they offered this set to us, and I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm gonna do it. And it was worth it. I'm gonna be very happy once I find a place to put this on display, and so I can take a look at it and show it off and, you know, do what I've been doing since I was a kid when I first started collecting these things. So yeah, with all that said, great value. 1,200 pieces for $99.99. Not too bad. And again, the set overall is fantastic. Man, like even the box just looks so nice. You know, a lot of the times I just kind of gloss over the boxes, but this is just great. I love what they do with these collector sets where you just have like the all black and then the set is just smacked in the middle. I love that. That just looks so good. It's so simple, but it works so well. Can you tell I'm a very big fan of this set? Because I am. And that's pretty much it as far as what I think. So what do you guys think? Do you like this set? Does this look cool to you? Does it appeal to you? Do you think it's fun? Do you like the video? Do you like me? Anything, feel free to comment down below. And if you did like this video, feel free to subscribe. If you want to see more videos similar to this one, hit the bell so you get notifications anytime we upload Jurassic Park or World set reviews, City, Ninjago, whatever. We do all kinds of stuff on this channel. We're all big Lego nerds here, so this content is from the Lego nerds to the Lego nerds. We have one more Jurassic World review coming up, so I hope you guys stick around to see that. Until then, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.